Welcome, everybody, to the long-awaited new episode of Some Nerd Stuff.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit.
What's up with you? How you doing?
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays and New Year.
And Thanksgiving.
And MLK Day.
And MLK Day, yeah.
Soon to be President's Day.
Yeah, almost President's Day. We've been busy living life.
Life's been living us.
He works at retail, and I work at a job that also is very busy towards the end of the year. And it's been chaos.
Chaos isn't the word.
What's the word?
Unimpeded doom.
for 2 months.
Yeah, that's really like the sentiment going on.
But we are back, and there's been a lot of crazy news, specifically, like very recently.
Yeah.
Because they had, what do they call their event? What was their event? What was the title?
Unpacked.
The Unpacked event?
So you want to start off with that, or you want to start off with something else I want to talk about?
Well, go ahead and introduce the two things you want to talk about, and then we'll go.
Okay, so we got some life things going on. Not really, but y'all will get it in a second. I just poked my eye on camera.
Oh, I thought the light. I thought the light.
I went like this, and I poked my eye. I'm about to do this show. I'm about to be like Kenshi. I say that? No, look. Okay, we got some life things going on, quote unquote, and then we have the Unpacked event.
Mm-hmm. Your eyes a little red now.
I know.
You really
I
got it.
Dude. Yeah, it's irritated now. I gotta. Okay.
Oh, now there's some tears.
Yeah, there is. And I just need a pair of sunglasses like Ray Charles.
Okay, so let's start.
Can't believe that.
I guess let's start on life, and then we'll tease the nerdy stuff for afterlife. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, I don't have any life things.
Oh, you don't? Jeez.
This is just something for you to talk about. So you're gonna be talking in the camera for about 45 minutes.
Okay,
so look, Spider-Man 2 was pretty lit.
Yeah, that game was pretty amazing.
Pretty mid.
Sorry, we're super late on our opinions about it, but
Yeah.
It was pretty freaking amazing.
It was like a 4 out of 10.
No.
Times 2.
An 8 out of 10. Or an 8 out of 20.
8 out of 10. So look, this is my top 3 games on PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man 2 is an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ragnarok was a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to break my own rule.
Oh,
because that one's not on. Whatever, I can't even. Never mind.
Whatever, it's too late. You Ragnarok,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna restart it because these are games that I played on PS5. Okay. God of War is a 9, and The Last of Us 2 is a 10.
Oh, I thought you didn't even finish Last of Us 2.
I didn't. I'm not, but that doesn't make it great. That just means I didn't play it. I played the first half and it was incredible. And then, like I said, I skipped that whole other part.
The whole end of the game. Yeah,
no, I played the end of the game.
Oh.
I just didn't play it. That's the part where they switched.
I still haven't played the first one, even though I know most of the story beats.
Play it.
So, yeah, it's
you have until 2 weeks to play it.
So what else are the other games that were great in the last 2 months that we haven't talked about?
Mortal Kombat was cool.
I did the whole Mortal Kombat thing. I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Stupid. I don't even know what else came out. You gotta say that.
Well, the Ragnarok DLC came out.
Oh yeah, Valhalla. Not a fan, but it was good.
And then some other end of the year games that came out that I've just recently played. I've started Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
That game is fun. Like, I enjoy being a wizard, Harry, but it's like there's a lot of like boringness to it, but it's fun. Like, the whole world is really good.
You are a wizard.
I am a wizard.
Look,
he came in.
His character looks just like
I made him look
so
I'm
funny.
I'm gonna take a screenshot.
It's so funny. It looks just like him.
I made him look exactly like me because for me, I'm like
clowned him so hard.
I'm literally living my life.
No, he's in the game.
I'm in the game. It's me. It has my name and everything.
Yeah, he's the character.
They try to clown me. I didn't care. I did that on purpose. I made it look just like me. In fact, I had my girl check it. And then she made him give him a unibrow because I have a natural unibrow. And she's like, put the bushier eyebrows that I did. Complete.
It's ridiculous.
But he has a horrible. Everybody has. It's not even that they have British accents. They have fake Daniel Radcliffe accents, like different pitches. That's what it seems like. I don't know. It's like they tried too hard to sound like the kids when they were in the movies. You didn't need to do that. That's fine.
And I like how you look older because you're black.
Mm-hmm. But
There
so
was no black people in Harry Potter. They didn't know how to handle you.
there is black people in Harry Potter.
No, there's not.
Yeah, but they're not from America.
There's
They're from
not.
Africa.
Except
No, because it's on the other side of the world.
that makes it worse.
The American. Okay, I don't even know
That makes it
with
worse.
the whole pure blood and Muggles thing. I'm not even so
yeah,
sure.
all the Muggles are black people.
I didn't. What's it called? I didn't watch the ones that were in America, the Fantastic Beasts ones.
I can't wait for.
But there's schools in America that the Americans go to.
I can't wait for you to clip that part.
Well, which part?
And the racist to come for me.
I'm not so sure. And they have there was Wizard Hitler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Wizard Hitler.
All of them.
No, there's just one guy.
You're
Johnny
fighting.
Depp.
You're
Johnny
fighting
Depp was
for the hit.
He was Wizard Hitler. He was gay Wizard Hitler.
That's pretty lit.
Because he had a relationship with Albus Dumbledore.
That right there sounds like a storyline.
It was, but they messed it up.
That's what I'm saying.
That movie came out. That movie came out and no one watched it.
Gay Wizard Hitler sounds pretty lit. I didn't even go on cap. That sounds better than what we got in real life. No offense to all the Jews, but you guys are doing your own thing now. So. You're rewriting your own. You're rewriting your own history.
We can't go anywhere there. Anyways, and then the other game I'm playing. Oh, because Grand Theft Auto, it came out for free again on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I'll play it in 2 years before the new one comes out.
I haven't played the PS5 version, and sad to say, I never beat the game. So I went through and beat that game.
Yeah, and you know what he told me, guys? He told me he didn't kill anyone.
I literally go on killing sprees.
That's horrible. No, that's not what I'm saying. They know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no,
I'm talking about the fact that you didn't kill anyone at the end. That's whack.
I didn't. I saved
everybody. The whole point is to pick someone.
Mm-hmm. I saved everybody.
That's the whole point of the game. Absolutely awful.
I saved everybody.
I kill Trevor every time because he deserves it.
Why does he deserve it? Okay, we can go into this.
He's absolutely awful.
They're all horrible.
Look, no, but Trevor's the worst.
Yeah, but they all suck.
No, but he's the worst. Franklin just be doing stuff.
Franklin goes to the story like you don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, he's the innocent guy in the story.
He's not innocent, though.
Look, I know they're not all innocent.
No one's
but
innocent.
I'm saying he's not like a career criminal murderer guy like
Michael.
Okay.
Technically, he was boosting cars, but he was doing
Trevor.
It like
he's not Trevor.
He's
the innocent one in the story.
But what about
he? Kind of just gets in and he's holding with these older guys, and
but Trevor was nice to that one Mexican woman.
That's his one positive story. Only. That's all you got. And then Michael's a piece of work, but he's a likable piece of work. Trevor's not likable. Nothing about Trevor is likable. Michael at least has some kind of like, damn, I should have said it to my wife.
Yeah, but then when him and Trevor mix, it just makes two Trevors.
Yeah, that's why Trevor needed to die.
It was fine. I saved him.
Now and that's why when you do Trevor, the storyline makes the most sense.
Why? What's the end of the storyline when you kill Trevor?
I don't know.
The only thing I know,
I did it the first time, and then I watched it, and it makes the most sense of anyone.
Yeah, but
killing Franklin is just like you're just.
The only thing I know is at the end, like when you get Michael to kill Trevor, they're not friends no more, and I don't like that.
Who?
Franklin and Michael.
Uh-huh.
Like if you call him, he doesn't want to do it with you. He don't like you really. That made me sad.
I don't know if that's true.
It is true. No, I've heard the dialogue.
I don't know if that's different. Is that different from your playthrough?
Yeah, they're all friends still at the end. Like they're like best friends.
I don't like that.
Into the sunset.
Trevor needed to die.
And everyone's just around Los Santos just bullshit now. I literally just get on that game and bullshit still.
It ain't Spider-Man 2.
It's not Spider-Man 2. It's pretty great.
We linking up fighting crime? No. One of them.
I could kill Spider-Man as a GTA character, I think.
Wow.
Let me get rich and get all the grenade launchers and everything I need. I've taken out an army of police officers.
So you don't know because you're not on the interwebs.
Mm-mm.
So there's a meme going around.
About what?
And it's like, you know how they used to have celebrity deathmatch?
Mm-hmm.
So there's one now, but it's just Kratos versus whoever you want to put. All right, and someone said Batman. And all I'm going to say about this person is that they look like they would have this opinion. And this person was like, oh, Batman would win. He just needs prep time. And it's like, no. There's no universe where Batman beats Kratos.
I mean, in Batman's defense, he's killed a lot of gods.
Kratos is like What's above a god?
He's the god killer. Um,
And so
Batman has became a god to kill a god before.
yeah, he wouldn't kill Kratos. Kratos would pack him up.
The only thing is if he okay, it'd be like multiple battles. Because if he killed Kratos, Kratos would just come back. And then he would have a different kind of Kratos to deal with. Kratos has never stayed dead.
Kratos would pack him up. Absolutely pack him up.
I mean, they write Batman, but he's just basically Superman without powers. Like he can do almost anything.
Superman would get packed up too.
If like
Kratos,
if Arkham Batman had to fight Kratos, then yeah, he would murk him.
Kratos would get packed up. I mean, Batman would get packed up.
It just depends on.
So like, that's not the point. Everyone moved on from that.
Yeah, that was old.
So they were like, "Oh, the Hulk."
No, the Hulk versus.
And everyone was like, "Did you see what Thanos did to the Hulk?" Kratos would pack him up faster than Thanos did.
Yeah.
And then so for me, I did it because I'm not a graphic designer to make it and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking our only hope to stop this man Kratos is Optimus Prime.
Dude, Optimus Prime. He'd be in the middle.
Michael Bay Optimus Prime.
Kratos, you have to see the like you just get ripped out his vocal cord.
I think Optimus would
Axe versus Axe.
Optimus feels like the only person who
that is
would fight.
That is only in your crazy.
You're probably right, and that's why no one else has said it. But Michael Bay Universe Optimus Prime, the one who just kills people, feels like
murder you.
Yeah, exactly. Feels like he would be able to fight against Kratos. I don't know that he wins. They say Kratos is like.
Because size doesn't matter on Kratos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played the first 3 God of War games.
Yeah.
He takes out Titans and they're like colossal. And
but they wasn't really trying to fight him like that. Like Optimus with a killer mentality, that's kind of different.
Murder Prime Optimus.
Yeah, he killed Megatron with one arm. Like, he's kind of different.
That's a hard power. That's a different power scale.
You're right. And that's why it doesn't make sense. But none of these fights make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like I said, I'm not gonna say who I think would win. What I'm saying is I'd pay to see it.
Kratos would put up a fight for sure. He probably, they're just This is why we got to pin 2 bad bitches against each other.
That's the point. Yeah, I'd take.
I hate that.
I don't know if I would take Kratos or Prime. If I had to put money on it, oh man, if I had to put money,
I think I'd have to put money on Kratos.
I don't know. He's
if the destroyed a whole pantheon.
But I don't know
twice.
If the metal robot thing goes for Prime or against him.
It's like Superman. Is that metal work against magic? Can magic cut through his metal? I don't know. That's it. When you put magic into it, who knows what's going on?
Very true. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Prime has a matrix of leadership.
No one cares. Only him. It doesn't really do anything.
Yes, it does. It literally does.
Oh yeah, so you can't die.
Yeah, you have to get you just like Thanos and
the lore that's behind your eyes is so infuriating because you have all this lore.
No, the lore, the matrix of leadership makes it to where you know how most Transformers you take out the spark and they die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can't be killed that way. You have to like take off his head, stuff like that. So I think that magic would help him. Double tap, it's crazy.
Yeah. You're crazy. I can't even with that.
No, I was like, it's a thing. And then I just had that thought last night, and I was like, the only person who I think has a chance in this is Optimus Prime. Because other comic book
post
things
that on Twitter and just let somebody make that.
I'm with it.
Did you?
It's itching my chest, and then I go to mess with it, and then it's the mic.
Did you you watch that rap video I sent you? That superhero rap thing?
Unfortunately.
Oh, you didn't like it? You didn't think it was funny at all? Or
I'm not a comic book person, but I understand the references. I'm just like, these nerdy hoes.
That's what I felt too. But it was funny because it was actually like some real kind of deep cuts for a fake rap video. That's Superman and Batman. That's stealing the flow of Drake. Who he stole for somebody else.
That's wild. Who?
Perpetual theft. Anyways, what other games? I'm trying to think because I bought 2.
Ain't no other games.
There's something. There's something that is in my library right now.
Star Wars is cool.
Oh yeah, I'm still only a few. I'm like 10 hours in. I
Yeah, I'm
think
having fun, but it's okay.
some of the puzzles. So okay, I talked a lot of mad crap to you because you were like that puzzle didn't make no sense, and I got through it. But then I hit a puzzle. I was like, and I had to look it up because I was like, I there was just one thing I didn't realize I could grab onto it,
Mhm.
and I was just running in circles.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm like, dog, I'd be thinking like, if I can make this jump and get like when I asked you for help, I was so close to the right answer
Oh,
because I was like, if I
yeah,
could throw this ball and then run around and get to it, and I was so close to the right answer.
yeah.
It
And I
just
felt like I really spoiled it. I was like, "Where's the second ball?" And you're like, "There's a second ball." I was like, "Oh shit." Oh, I
no.
really.
Well, I didn't know that you could. It didn't dawn on me to take the ball from the other platform that you were close enough
Mhm.
because I was like, well, if I do that, it's going to take off this path.
We didn't need that path no more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it didn't dawn on me that I could take that.
yeah.
From
That part didn't bother me, but there was just a later. I can't remember if you're trying to get some lab or something, and like you have to like there's just a thing you pull it open
Mm.
and you pull something out of it, but I didn't realize that you can grab onto the part that you pulled out and then you can climb up. I was just like I literally I spent like 20 minutes circling around. Everything just looks like desert. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just getting frustrated. But yeah, that game is fun. I just don't. The only thing with this game is I don't feel like a clear goal because they keep putting all this fun stuff, all these characters in these games, in these Star Wars areas where no one can win. So like the first game, it was like, okay, we did all that. They fought Vader kind of for a second, half second, and then
Yeah, you ran away
yeah,
from Vader.
and then they destroyed what we were chasing the whole time.
Mhm.
And then they go to this game, and it's like, oh, the band broke up, and it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
I mean, they're tying the storyline into the High Republic stuff, which I wouldn't mind if they took this character and time traveled him back to the High Republic, and then he could just exist as a person in the High Republic. I'd be perfect. No one he knows is alive, anyways. So yeah, they have to play a lot of tricks in Star Wars right now because they want to keep making content, but they're locked in because they keep making stuff in between things. Yeah,
just punch him on the face.
and
What? Why can't Star Wars just reboot?
dude,
Like, what's the real answer to that question?
I don't know.
We're talking about movies from the 80s.
70s. Well, the late
Worse.
70s, early 80s.
Like, it's been, I mean, I'd exaggerate, 40 something odd years.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you just reboot? Why does it matter?
I don't know.
The movies didn't even look good.
They looked. You have to understand. That's easy to say when you're born in 2000.
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying, like, it's not like we're talking about, like, whatever. I'm not even going to get it.
Okay. I don't have.
They need to reboot the series.
I'm not trying to defend the old movies from you because I didn't love the movies. I like when I was younger. It was like just kind of always on TV, like the older movies, and I seen them, but I didn't really like them. It wasn't until the 2000 movies came out, and then I went back and watched them. Then I could appreciate them.
And hear me out. I don't even feel like, because I like things like that in different universes, I don't even feel like the Star Wars lore is that great.
You know what?
Like, I don't even feel like it's that great of a story and lore to be like, for it to be this sacred that you can't touch it or do anything with it.
There's like 2 or 3. I would for a minute I thought they were gonna reboot it because there was so much emphasis on Vader that I thought they were gonna like reboot it and make Vader a good guy. Like it'd just be Anakin, and it'd be Anakin in the future. And like I really thought they were gonna do like, especially there's this place between time where like they played around with it a little bit. Ahsoka's like gone through it, where like she went in and then came out on another end, and she time traveled basically because a different character pulled her through because he was watching. He wasn't supposed to do something, and he pulled her through. Anyways, and they've gone back to that place. It's like the place between time or some bullshit. And so I thought like, oh, we're gonna reboot. They're gonna just use that to go back in time and change everything. But there's like levels to how nerdy and how deep and how like poetic the Star Wars can be, and it some of it is intentional. Like George Lucas did intentionally like pull things from different things that he liked, and like like Kanye did, like and then made something great. But then like you could read like way more into like I look at each era of the movies, like the main, we'll say the main nine. Like if you watch those movies, it's a big reflection on the time that they were made. So like when the older movies, and it's like the Empire, and you have all these soldiers walking around in white. Like the first thing, the the Empire doesn't have any aliens in it. It's all humanoids
Mhm.
and droids. So it's like, oh, okay. There's some implicit things going on there. Like all the aliens are trash then because they're not good enough to join the Empire.
Mhm.
And then like the when the middle ones came out, it was like during we were in actual war. Like there was actual wars going on. And so there's like these big gigantic battles, and but that's like what was happening in the world too. And then the newer ones, it was like this like a different exploration on like what's good and what's bad, and it's not so simple like back in the day when okay all the bad guys are wearing white and shooting blasters
Mhm.
and the good guys had laser swords, and you know what I mean, like it's not as like clear cut. So it just, I think it happens to you can mesh it well with whatever you think. So when people, if you go on the internet, you can hear people, especially like the Dave Filoni, the guy who he was like running the animation with George Lucas, and he's kind of like the helm of it now, kind of like how Kevin Feige is in Marvel. When you listen to him talk about it, he has like way, it's like, you know, father and son relationships, family dynamics, like all, like he breaks it down to all this stuff. So it's just how deep you're trying to get. That's
Not
so that's
not
like the
deep
long,
enough.
yeah.
Not deep
But
enough.
I've been a fan since at least for 20, no, whew, since 2000. So like, so I spent a lot of time with it.
I just think that there's interesting things and interesting characters they could do, and they just and their fan base is like one of the worst fan bases out there, to where they can't do anything.
Well, every time they do something new, the fans hate it, and then later they like it.
Yeah, like
Like they hated Anakin, like the whole they hated those like movies, and now it's all like looked at with grace.
mm,
They hated Ahsoka. She was really annoying when she popped out, and it was like that was like the first animated movie to come out for Star Wars, and they're like, "What the fuck is this character?" But now she's beloved,
mm,
and so like it's the same thing with Marvel. Like everybody hated Miles Morales. Now everybody loves Miles Morales. Like no one hates Miles Morales.
mm,
Oh,
no one
well,
is an
there's
exaggeration.
way less haters of Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure there's a few racist white dudes who are like,
and I definitely
my Spider Man's white.
and you see it. You go on if you go on
Oh,
like
on the
Twitter and
interwebs.
TikTok and stuff like that, and you look at comments,
Mm-hmm.
they're there, and their replies get likes. Their
Jeez.
replies get likes, and it's
Back in
like
my day, only the only Spider Man was a white Spider Man.
they don't say it that clear. They'll be like they'll be like because when the game was over, it's like, oh, Peter Parker's retiring, blah blah blah, and they were like, Spider Man will always be Peter Parker. This and that. And
Actually,
I'm
if you've
like,
read comics, be happy he retired because most of the time he gets murdered and then somebody else has to take over.
yeah, they'd be like, Peter Parker will always be my Spider Man. Peter Parker is the Spider Man. It's like, look up what your boy Stanley had to say about this stuff, please.
Yeah,
Please.
Spider Man actually, he was very specific when he made Spider Man. He made Spider Man so everyone could think that they could be Spider Man.
Yeah, and
That
then
was like literally
that's why that joke is canon in the Marvel in the movie. Like, damn, I thought you would have been black.
Oh yeah,
Like that joke is canon for a reason. It's not like they just made it for a joke.
yeah,
It's canon.
Yeah.
It's because of that. That was the whole point of the character.
yeah. He just, and that, I mean, because he's the most unassuming. Especially if you look at the early versions of Spider Man, it's just like super nerd, super geeky nerd, and that dude could be web swinging and get the girl and all that. Oh,
I want. Look, I want a what if
mm-hmm.
where
A good what if, that'd be cool too.
Or Spider Man is in the NBA.
Like, is it an NBA star and
Yeah.
he's Spider Man?
Yeah.
Do people know, or is it a secret?
No, it's a secret.
Oh man,
He's still that. It's a secret.
they travel a lot. I bet make it interesting. He'd be in different cities all the time. Spider Man in Dallas.
Exactly.
Actually, that would be a great, because that's so many different cities. He could. That is a great comic book
I'm a
idea.
genius.
That is because
Now someone's gonna
even if
steal
he
it,
did
I'm
one
not
run,
gonna-
even if he did one run, and it's an NBA season, and he's trying to like still be an NBA player.
And then you could have him like on social media, like, okay, when I go to LA, this might happen. They're talking about this on the internet and this thing. Okay, and then when we go to Vegas, this thing is gonna happen. I got to be here
That'd
for this
be great,
event.
because then it'd be a change of scenery all the time too. For
Yeah.
the comic, it would mean the same skyline. Jeez, that is a great freaking idea.
Genius.
Okay. Now, does Spider-Man look like LeBron James, or does he look like?
Go ahead.
Who's the guy I was thinking of?
Go ahead.
Allen Iverson.
I thought you were gonna say a white guy.
Oh no! I wasn't even.
I don't know.
Didn't even consider it.
I don't know because, dang,
Because he can't be
I was gonna
LeBron
say
James.
LeBron's kind of a stretch.
But you know, like even someone like a big man
I
who's
was
like,
gonna say, even like imagine if Spider-Man was 6'9", web swinging. Like, okay, bro, you. So let me get this straight. The Lakers are in town tonight, and there's a 6'9" dude running around. It's 1 of 15. It's 1 of 15. Every city the Lakers are in.
there's a
And then
dude
you
who's
could have
6'9".
You could have a black person that's supposed to be like Stephen A. Smith. Be like, every time the Lakers are in town,
Spider-Man there.
right? So look, I got to tell you, it's 1 of 15 people. We know it's one of these.
I can tell you for sure, Spider-Man is on the Lakers.
Someone is gonna take
Oh my
this
gosh.
clip and make a lot of money.
Guys, that's a solid fucking plan. That's a
Someone
great.
is gonna take this and
How
make
long
a
you
lot
been
of
making
money.
that? Because that just.
I'm a genius. 5 seconds.
J.
I thought
Jonah
about
Jameson,
it. I thought about it while you were talking.
J. Jonah Jameson is a sports commentator,
Hey, he's the Daily Bugle.
and he loves the
people
player.
love the Knicks. New Yorkers love the Knicks. So it just had to be
That would be.
someone's gonna make a lot of
crazy.
money off that.
That's
And if not,
great.
I'm gonna start writing.
Yeah, just come up with your own character and just do that, because that's an easy concept. That's just like that plays out so well.
When he goes to Chicago, it's gonna be a busy night.
And then it's like team ups. This week we're at the West Coast Avengers.
The West Coast Avengers is crazy. All right, we got a 5-game because this happens in the NBA.
Mhm.
You have like, especially like, okay, let's just say Spider-Man on the Knicks, right? They'll have when it's the whatever award shows in Madison Square Garden.
Mhm.
The NBA will schedule the Knicks on like an 8-game road trip.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, okay, so we're going to be in LA, Sacramento, Portland, Dallas, New Orleans in this 2-week stretch. Gotta fight some crime.
I would, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't just be Spider-Man. Like I would just I would quadrant out the country, and I would just have like a different web swinging character in each one. Because it'd be too hard to be just
Spider-Man, Wolfman.
Silk. I would just steal other people's stuff. Who cares?
Silk. We thought Silk was a woman. He's 6'10".
It's the new Silk, baby.
What is it, Shaq?
That's a.
That
That
was
Spider-Man's known for like being like
yeah, exactly. That's the other thing.
agile.
The thing
stuff.
is, he's still gonna be that. It's just gonna be he's gonna be like 6'8". So to answer your question, it has to be like Allen Iverson,
or it could be like a Steph Curry. He's only 6'2".
6'3".
Oh, he's 6'2", too tall. Sorry, can't be Steph Curry.
I'll start writing.
That makes sense though with the threes.
Okay, guys, this podcast is over.
We can't release this.
I got a lot of writing to do.
Yeah, he's got to write it out, and he's got to get with. That's a good. Have you ever seen a superhero story like that?
No, because there's how many
Because they're all nerds.
What's that? One of my favorite memes, and I use it all the time. What's that Venn diagram look like? Nerdy people writing comic books, diehard sports fans. What's that Venn diagram?
0.1%. That's you. The 0.1% when they meet. That's you.
And see, that's why you don't really focus. If you were going to do a comic run, you don't really focus on the NBA stuff. That's just like the vessel for travel.
Mhm.
It's just the thing that moves the story
Yeah,
along.
that's a great.
And then you get like a page or two sometimes, just to make sure you still know the universe you're in.
Mhm.
But it's really just what moves the story along.
That's great. Yeah, some of that there's so much chance for team ups, and there's so much chance for just being in different cities. Like, what does Spider-Man look like when he goes to Sacramento and there's only like 5 skyscrapers? It's
Crawling on the
different.
walls.
It's different. It's not the same thing.
Using the shadows.
Just fucking kicking people out of the shadows in red and blue.
He turns into a Batman person. Using the shadows.
That's freaking crazy. You just like you blew my mind with that one. I wasn't even ready for that.
Yeah, so cut this out of the podcast.
No, it's going up.
I gotta.
you got a few days to get your thoughts together and get some
crazy.
copyrights going on. Jeez, that was good. Yeah, so because it's January, since we're just bouncing around topics, I'm sad because there's no movies out. There's nothing good.
There never will be. Movies are dead.
Yeah, do you see that next Sony project? Is that Sony? All the Sony projects are, hey, we own the rest of Spider-Man. So remember, what was? Oh, remember Venom? Venom's cool. We're gonna do another Venom. You remember Kraven the Hunter? Have you played Spider-Man 2? You know Kraven the Hunter. And then they're doing Madam Web, which they're not even doing the regular Madam Web.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a second version of Madam Web, because Madam Web is like this person who sits in a different dimension, calls Peter every once in a while, or gives him some advice.
Mm-hmm.
And she like sits in a big ass chair with like either she has like a snake or like no legs, or it's like a long dress, one of the two. And that was her. And then now this second one, which I don't know. You don't watch previews, but basically there's an evil Spider-Man who's like a Terminator who's going back in time or wherever to kill these women who are potentially gonna be Spider-Man, because if they turn into the spider people they're supposed to be, things go bad or something.
I'm on his side.
Yeah, right? I'm on his side too.
I'm on his side. What are we doing this for?
And then Dakota Johnson plays Madam Web, and she can kind of see in the future, kind of like that movie with Nick Cage where he can look like 5 minutes in the future. She can kind of see the future, and she kind of accidentally stops things.
You know what movie really tripped me out as a kid?
What?
Knowing.
Which one's Knowing? Is that the one where the world ends at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like...
I watched the movie like 10 times as a kid.
What?
That was the beginning of my anxiety.
Yeah, it does. You're like,
I watched that movie like 10 times.
After 2 hours of trying to stop this, actually we realized there's nothing we can... Doesn't the sun get closer? Is this the Earth go towards the sun and everything just melts? Mm-hmm. Did you watch that Netflix Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
You ain't gotta ask.
Oh, what is it? Don't Look Up. It's kind of the same thing, but it's worse. It's more satire on like...
Oh yeah, I watched clips of it.
Oh yeah, that one. The ending of that is hella sad. It's just like the main characters.
Oh yeah, they're eating dinner.
They're eating dinner, and like they pray before dinner, and they're just sitting there eating dinner, and while they eat dinner, the world blows up, and then like other people are leaving the planet and stuff.
Yeah, and then they all die still.
Yeah, that was my favorite line. Is so there's like a Steve Jobs person. He's like running Apple. He's like really weird, and he tells the president goes and talks to him. And he goes, "Oh yeah, we have a machine that can tell you how you die." And so she gets scanned by it. And she goes, "It says being eaten by a flugel
Yeah, that.
And at the end of the movie, no one knows a flugel and she gets killed by that alien.
Yeah, good times. They all get killed.
Yeah, well, and she gets killed for sure, and potentially the rest of them get killed because they're all naked on a different planet.
I don't think it's potentially.
I don't think they brought soldiers. I think they just brought people who were smart.
All right, I got
but not smart enough to bring a gun.
I got two. What even helps?
Huh?
What does that even help against an alien?
I don't know. The guns were really old.
I like how we as humans just assume that everything else in the universe abides by our laws on this planet. It's like, wouldn't that have even done nothing? The bullet could go through the alien.
Yeah.
They could be made of atoms and matter to where everything just goes through.
Yeah. They're like, oh, a bullet. Okay, I'll just expand and you'll just go right through me.
Right.
Yeah.
I have two more things you can.
Okay, two more.
So
Other
first
than your
one,
anxiety.
yeah, that's a me issue. First one is this. Tell the world.
Okay, yeah, this is a
So
representation.
this thing, this person right here has been a certain type of phone user for the last 6 years,
Well,
and a certain
yeah.
type of phone user for the last 2.
Okay, so
So tell the world.
I've been mostly. I had an
It's been
iPhone.
exclusive.
I had an iPhone 3G, so that will date me. And then after that, I had almost exclusively Samsung phones. And recently, I was on the foldable kick. I had
Mm-hmm.
the Flip 3. That was me. Sorry, I had the Flip 3, and I needed a new phone because my Flip was like not when I would open it, it would like the backlight would turn off, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like, mine just, I could have got a new one and it would have been fine, but I was like, let me see what else is going on. And I got a good deal on the phone I have now, which we're recording on, is a Google Pixel 8 Pro.
Yeah, that means I can take my Samsung back.
And okay, so there's been like some things I had to get used to with the UI, which is fine. Like,
okay, so because we'll do it quick.
Okay.
Tell us 3 good things and 3 bad things. Not even necessarily bad, just things that were different that you had to take a moment, or things you don't like.
3 good things. I like the stripped down Android. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like how a good assistant is on this, especially with all the new AI stuff, which is coming to every phone very shortly. And then I love the camera. Like, the camera has changed how I interact with my phone. Like, I'm very much quicker to pull out my phone and take pictures because it cheats. It's cheating. That's all it's doing. Like, I've watched a lot of videos on.
I hope Samsung cheats too.
They will be. Everyone's gonna start doing it.
I hope they just do it.
It's like it gives you the picture you want to see. You just point it at whatever it is, and it's going to give you the best picture that it thinks that you want. And for the most part, it works. It just doesn't make sense how well it works. Like, I was showing you some pictures that I took when I was on my last trip up north, and like literally I was in a room, like the only light is coming from the sun, and there is snow out, so that helps. There's a lot of reflective lights. And I took a picture of my girl by a mirror, like a portrait, and it looked like it was taken on like some type of Canon. It was like really like noticeable depth, and like it was all clear, and it was like you could see like twinkle in the eyes. Like, it was just like nonsense. All I did was click. It's just ridiculous. Like, landscape photos they're freaking awesome. Like, this is on the front facing camera, so we'll see how this turns out. And it's only at 1080p because it's our first video with it, so I wanted to test it. So the camera just all around is just amazing. All the AI features that are already integrated are amazing. The one thing I don't like. Yeah, what was I thinking of when I was thinking of that? There's something I was thinking of.
Dead air.
I can't remember. It'll come back to me.
Boo.
The only bad thing is like
we want the
I know there was something
tea and the drama you don't like.
There was something I remembered I didn't like. A lot of the shortcut stuff, like I could change it back, but I was like, I'll have a new phone. I'll interact the way the phone wants me to interact. So it does a lot. Like the first thing was like swipe on the edge to go back instead of having the bottom part on your phone. That took me a minute to get used to.
You know, when I went to the Nothing phone, I didn't like that because I wish it was like Samsung where you can put it anywhere, but it's in that one spot.
Well, it's on both sides.
No, but I'm saying like if there's things I need to get to on the edge of the screen.
Oh yeah,
like it's gonna go back. It's not gonna let me go to the edge of the screen and then do it. Whereas like with Samsung, it's like if you pin it to this area, if you're going here, it's not gonna do anything. It'll only go back in this area.
Yeah, it's finicky until you get more used to it, and then you kind of remember what the limitations of it. Oh, I remember the thing I didn't like about it. The thing I don't like about it is the storage size. Like I think it's only 100.
That's crazy.
I think it might not. It might be 80. It's really small, but it does. You back up all your photos. I pay for the extra storage on my thing. So that, I mean, it hasn't came up yet. If I was on a Samsung phone, it would have came up faster. I know that for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah. So it hasn't, and once we start shooting with it, we'll really see. We'll really find out how much trouble it is. But
I'm
that's
gonna
the
go off camera for a second.
okay. And I don't think there's an SD card slot on it.
This is it right here. You got
Oh
the
yeah.
blue.
How convenient! I
blue.
just put that there on accident.
The blue. Let's see. It says 128.
Oh, 128, yeah. But 20 gigs of
Yeah.
the OS.
And his serial number is 1. No, I'm kidding.
But
But yeah, 128 gigs.
as an experience of like switching from Samsung to this, I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Only because like I'm nerdy enough to want to like deal with it.
Mhm.
If you just have a Samsung phone and you want to continue Samsung, I would just do that.
No, I think there's a lot of good things from switching.
Yeah, you switch
I think
phones
there's a
every
lot
12 days.
of good things you can get out of it. And some of it is just knowing what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, I can tell you that there's almost nothing on the iPhone that I like more than a Samsung or Android phone, except for messages.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Like group chats and stuff like that. The social parts is just better on an iPhone.
Okay, so you've experienced it all. How is it like on like Facebook Messenger? How like you could just do a bunch of extra shit.
Yeah.
But it's just integrated.
And it's that to where everything is streamlined. Like if you can tell when someone is not using an iPhone on when you have an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in the messages. Like things like the bubbles popping up when they're typing, things like, red receipts, stuff like that. Sending pictures back and forth, sending gifts, like all that stuff it's just not as good because Apple has lived in this ecosystem where they don't have to.
Yeah.
But with their adaptation of RCS coming later this year, they're going to have to open some of those things up. And that's why I was comfortable with making some of the decisions that I did because I'm ready for that. Because using it and stuff day to day, there's one part that's like it's a phone, it's going to do phone things.
Yeah.
And it's about how you interact with your phone. And then the other part of it is like the OS and stuff like that. And the thing for someone like me about an iPhone is that it's really like set and forget. And so some things I don't mind that's cool. But other things it's like I kind of want to interact, have a deeper experience than just, it's on there and it's going to be always right there. So that's something like the home screen where it's like your lock screen will always be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on my Samsungs, I put the date and stuff here under the words because I like at the top to only see the time.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just, I don't know, it's just better that way everything flows down. So just little things like that you can't change. That's just like, okay, well, it's like that, I guess.
I mean, every year they're like allowing more customization. I mean, it's in their Apple weird way. So, but yeah.
Let's go quickly to the Samsung event.
Oh,
so we had Samsung Unpacked. And so I found this really nice graphic. So I'm just gonna read it off to you here. And so obviously, Samsung 24 series. Main thing this year is Galaxy AI coming to all three phones, but this will be specifically talking about the Ultra. 12 megapixel selfie camera. They did titanium this year, just like the iPhone.
Are we gonna get a space? It's coming from space.
I hope so. That'd be pretty lit.
Super Bowl spot. That's red and gold.
The battery is the same, but they're boasting 16% better battery life this year because they expanded the cooling by 92%. I don't know how they did that.
Did they add some extra vents? Did they say how they did that?
They added a vapor chamber, is what they said. It's for a 92% bigger vapor chamber for better cooling.
Let's see.
And some of the AI features. Oh, we'll go physical features first. A faster NPU, GPU, and CPU. They're using the Snapdragon.
Oh yeah, the new Snapdragon.
AMG 830.
This is the first time that this new Snapdragon is used, right? I mean, it'll probably be in all. It'll be in all the new phones. But
this is the first like big phone. I think everything else is just like China, in their market, which is not the American market, just honestly. But everything that's used it so far has just been a beast, and so everyone is excited for Samsung. 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, 10 megapixel 3x zoom camera, 200 megapixel wide angle, 50 megapixel 10 times optical zoom. So the thing with this camera that a lot of people that know are understanding it to be not the big deal that it is, and people who don't know are up in arms about it.
Mm-hmm.
They took away the 10 times 100 zoom camera. So that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it's that fake space,
So
the fake moon shots?
Yeah. So it's now just a 50 megapixel, 5 times zoom lens, and AI can make it the 100 times zoom.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to do the same thing.
No, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, it's going to look better than it is. They just, Samsung kind of felt like the athlete that's like, oh, I'm bigger, faster, and stronger than you, so I'm just going to go through you.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like Google and some of these other people are like, well, I can just get around you. I don't have to have the best hardware if my software is better.
I know, like,
so when Samsung just kind of caught up with the times where it's like, we don't have to spend the extra money to make our hardware overkill to make up for what we're doing software. We can
because their software sucked.
Yeah, it really has for the camera stuff.
And then, so do you, like, this is how I feel when, like, you're really the camera specs. Are you impressed by camera specs anymore?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, this kind of killed any kind of camera specs that you have, because it's like when you have blind smartphone tests where the number one is the Pixel 4a and the Pixel sweeps the top 3 and it's just different Pixel phones. It's like, obviously they're doing something that not everyone else is doing, no matter what the camera looks like.
Yeah.
You have Sony phones that are using Sony grade lenses, which are the best, like, DSLR or mirrorless cameras you can have, and they're not winning these because it's not about, it's about the AI. It's not the brain of what it is. And so it's like, you can have a 1 million megapixel camera, and it's like, well, when I click press, what's the software going to say?
Because that's what they played us before. They played us on the size of the megapixels. Then they were playing us on the size of the lenses when they were lying. They weren't even as big as they were saying they were. It's just like, stop playing again.
Yeah, like,
okay,
you can see all this, and it's like there's little small circles.
Yeah,
it's just for casing. So their AI camera is an all-new AI camera engine that renders colors, detail, easier editing. So the magic edit things that are on here, on the Pixel, the magic edit stuff, is coming to Samsung.
Oh, yeah.
100 times digital zoom, we talked about that. 8K video, 50 megapixel photo. Nightography is going to be better. That's all.
Who's 8K for? Who's that for?
Just to say that they can do it.
I bet it's going to not be unlimited. I bet it'll be like, you could take like 5 minutes of 8K footage.
Maybe.
I'm not even talking about like just storage wise. Just like, how they did that with 4K at first.
And then you have some of the AI features, a circle to search.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw some people do it, and I'm like, oh, that's actually is.
I hope we get that. I hope they just like port it over.
So let's say you really wanted this plant, right? You could take a screenshot of this, circle the plant, and then it'll send links to that plant.
I don't even know if you have the screenshot. I think you hold.
Oh no, you don't.
Button.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just like this is a video, so I don't know that you could do it on a moving video.
Oh, true.
So I don't know how that works. I don't have it yet.
That'd be cool if you're on a YouTube video.
Just like circle it,
and it would probably just take a small screenshot of it circled. Oh. What dog?
He's over there.
Okay. What's wrong? He hears somebody outside. No barking. You're okay. Anyways.
You can relocate objects.
Oh, yeah.
So again, let's just say you wanted him to be 25 feet in there. You could circle him and then put him all the way on the ceiling. And then the cool thing is live translate.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can have either translating like this between different things, different languages, which I'm probably going to use a lot at work. Or on the phone, you have like live translate to where you can choose between having everything like show up like a text message in which you type it back and then the voice will say it to the other person and they'll say it back and it'll come up as text. Or you can have it to where it'll translate the conversation as it comes in.
Yeah, that's one of the most impressive things I've seen.
To do that, they have some faith in the tech, right? But
I know to say it back and to like
in
Yeah.
real time to say it back in that language.
I mean, because obviously the Google has like the live translate. They for a minute they were gatekeeping it onto their buds,
Mhm.
their Pro buds, where you can listen. But now you can just do it on the phone. Like it's a whole app. You can just do it. But that whole like they can call you and talk in a different language. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope that like they just drag that across all of Android.
I don't need your ad. Ah!
Well, if you they don't have this, but on Google they have that thing where you can have your assistant answer the phone.
Mhm.
I've done that. It's pretty it's freaking cool.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that. People do that, and I'm like, I'm not talking.
Yeah, no, I don't do it to people I know. I do it to
Mhm.
people I don't know
So
or
you
don't want
have
to really talk
a
to.
oh, and another thing is that it's a flat screen now. No more.
I need to see it. I
No
want to
more.
see it
Yeah.
because it's really almost edge to edge, right?
They said Screeb. Typo.
Oopsie,
Typo.
oopsie,
Fix your
Samsung.
website. Screeb. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Oh yeah. 256 is the base, 512, 1 terabyte. Something cool is that now all of them come with 12 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh, nice.
That would have saved my experience with the last one that I had being so shitty.
It's like a minimum.
Getting
I mean,
8 gigs.
I say that the Pixel's not minimum that, but I'm just saying like that's very snappy.
Yeah.
It makes everything very smooth.
Okay, let's talk. What would Flossie say? It's 2024. Samsung 45-watt charging.
That's the max. What?
45-watt charging in 2024.
What is Xiaomi doing? What are they? What is Xiaomi?
just for gigs and shits and gigs, I'm gonna look it up.
I think Xiaomi has like 100-watt charger.
They do.
Which I think
I know it's 100-watt minimum. 300 watts.
I don't even know what that means.
300 watts. It'll say fully charge a phone in 5 minutes, but I want to know how many milliamp hours the battery is.
Yeah, that's because from what I understand about batteries, somebody explained it to me.
4,100 milliamp hour battery from 0 to 100% in under 5 minutes.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, from what because MKBHD did a video about it, and he says that it doesn't actually degenerate the battery faster because just like any other battery, it's just about the zeros and the hundreds. Like you don't want it to be at 0, you don't want it to be 100. Anything else, it's just about the atoms going over. Like so it doesn't do anything more. If anything, it'll help because it'll be within the zeros and the hundreds for a shorter amount of time.
Oh, okay, yeah. The thing that I heard about the batteries, like how it was explained, was that it's like a parking lot, and like the atoms are looking for a parking space, so it's fast. It's easy for them to like when they say, "Oh, we can get to 60% in like 5 minutes."
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of parking spaces, but once it starts getting fuller, they have to look longer to like charge. So I don't understand how they're doing 300 watts.
It's because they have 2 battery cells.
Oh,
so when you see stuff like that, they have 2 battery cells.
Oh, that explains it.
So once Samsung and Apple and stuff like that are willing to technologically advance to have 2 battery cells, they'll be able to do stuff like that.
I know every other like batteries, fine.
Yeah, like that's really what it is. Oh, they're good enough.
Okay, so they're just simultaneously charging 2 battery cells at the same time, and okay, that's crazy. 300 watts. Come on. China's like they're always.
I hate when these articles say stuff like that's very impressive, but it's definitely overkill. Duh.
All of this.
The point's not that it's like, yes, we finally achieved a duh. It's overkill. That's the point, bozo.
If you're
that's like saying you got $1 billion. You don't need all that.
That's overkill. Duh. Yeah, duh. But I'm gonna have 5 billion. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
So I think the fastest phone that's on the market that you can buy is 240. Because that Xiaomi phone
the American market,
is just an event. No, it's just an event phone.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not out to the public quite
yet.
Like
a show car.
Yeah, it's not out yet. But it's Xiaomi, so it'll ship eventually. But we'll see what wattage it's at when it ships.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you catch any of the Samsung stuff at CES? They were showing all their freaking their phone, that's their new screen. They're showing the durability. So famously at like CES, they don't ever let nobody use the devices. They're like being shown by like somebody that's working there. This one, they let them open and close the phones and stuff. So they're opening them all day. And there was one phone so it's foldable, Like they're foldable, they flip, and it opens, and he could fucking flip it all the way back and put it back to back.
Mm.
They're just,
They're just trying shit.
I think they might have even had a bracelet one. They're just showing stuff off. Oh, they had the tablet where you can pull it out and it extends the tablet, and it no motors anymore. You just pull it. But we'll see if that ever stuff. I love seeing the concept stuff, but that stuff may come out. Yeah, it'll be a while because they don't have to innovate. If you've looked at the foldables, it's going to be the 6th generation. They're probably going to be the exact same form factor.
6?
Yeah, the last one was the 5.
No, that's insane.
And they haven't. The only thing that's changed on the flip is the screen size.
And the only thing that changed on the fold is nothing.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a pretty sweet design. If you've seen one without the case on and actually mess with it, but you just do have to get used to that aspect ratio.
They need to change the aspect ratio.
I don't know why they don't.
Like it's so. Xiaomi runs circles around them.
If they could only sell their phones in America, so
and
they're only running.
Is Xiaomi the one that was the issue? No, Huawei was.
But isn't that? I think are they used to be owned by them or some nonsense?
They're all the same thing.
Yeah.
We sell OnePlus. We sell OnePlus in America, which is just Oppo, which is just this. It's all the same thing.
They're all state orchestrated. But Samsung, there's a girl that's on YouTube, and all she does is talk about Korean politics, and more than half of it is about the Samsung family, which means the family they're not Samsung, like that's not their last name, but it's the family that's in control of Samsung.
Yeah,
because like the government and that are like really integrated because Samsung's so huge.
Yeah,
so of course, right?
Imagine if Apple was in our government.
Oh no, that'd be horrible.
They probably are. Shit. That's why never mind.
They keep lying to the public and say that they're never going to give your information over, but it matters who's asking. And everything is done on the battery or on the phone, so it's 100,000% encrypted, and privacy. We don't. It's privacy. Okay, sure, whatever, bro.
Police? No. Advertisers? Yeah.
If you're doing illicit activities, just have a flip phone, and they'll still be able to track you and listen to you.
I think that's everything we got.
Well, it's been fun.
Has it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to writing this story concept.
That's a really good what if. I don't know if you watched What If.
I did.
It was what if Captain Marvel ran everything. Not Captain Marvel. Captain. What is it? Captain Carter. It was all right. And they had superpower Indians. That was cool too, I guess. But the climactic battle at the end was not that good.
Who was it?
It was Evil Strange Supreme, which is the one who destroyed his own universe and he was stuck.
Oh, I guess I didn't watch the news. I was like, it's Infinity Killmonger, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
It wasn't that good anyways. You didn't miss out. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Adios. Wake up.